Andy, I believe you've got a case study for us.
Yes. Karen got in touch to say that she had absolutely no idea that her 15-year-old son Peter had started drinking alcohol. The first she knew about it was when the police called her. They'd found Peter drunk and unconscious one evening after school. He became aggressive when they woke him up, so they had to take him to the police station to cool him off. Naturally, Karen was shocked and devastated. She says that Peter's father died just over 6 months ago, after a long illness. She'd never seen Peter cry or even mourn for his father. He acted as if nothing had happened. She found his attitude about that and other things quite appalling. But she says it's really difficult to talk about it. He just laughs if she brings it up. But Karen knows they simply cannot go on avoiding the subject. She's sure that Peter's underage drinking is linked to the death of his father. She says that, of course, the whole family is really upset, but Peter seems to have turned away from the rest of the family. And whether it's pain or guilt, she doesn't know. And she says she does not know how to connect with her son anymore. Any thoughts?
We are all unique in our own way, and there is no set pattern for grief. Boys are kind of brought up, I suppose, that they shouldn't cry, that they shouldn't show their emotions. So a lot of the time they suppress it. And when you suppress something and you keep suppressing it, what happens? It explodes. He's not going to show his grief because he's strong and he doesn't want anybody to know how he's really feeling. Maybe he's the eldest in the family, I don't know. But something is telling him not to. It could be guilt. It could be real, genuine guilt. Maybe it was the last conversation we had with his father. It could be anger. He's angry with his father. He's gone. And death is so permanent. It could be that he just doesn't understand how he feels. It's about how you feel inside. But sometimes it's getting in touch and understanding those feelings. And some of us can't. There are situations where you struggle, you just know something's wrong. So he's gone to escapism. Alcohol is destructive, it's also addictive, but it also drowns everything out. Sadly, only for a short time. This is someone who is grieving, and we have to remember grief is different in each of us. Some of us break down in tears, some of us get hysterical, some of us are very stoic, and some of us, like Andy, he doesn't know what to do. He has no idea what to do. So he's going and he's getting drunk because he can handle it.
But what does the mother say to him?
I believe what the mother should say to him, that she realises he's in a lot of pain. I think she should acknowledge the fact that, he is grieving, and his way of grieving, she acknowledges, is very different to everyone else's, but she acknowledges that he's grieving. That's the first thing. You're reaching out. You're saying, I know you're grieving. Okay?
Are there any activities that she can maybe share with him or do with him?
One of the most important things about death with children or young teenagers is you talk about the person that died. You don't stop talking about it. A lot of the times it's almost like that person is removed and everybody is tiptoeing around and they won't talk about it. You must talk about it. This was their father, this was a husband, sorry. You must talk about it. And remember the good times, because the good times will get you laughing, and it gets you in touch with the fact that this person had a very, very special place in the family.
Sure. So any specific do's and don'ts, in your opinion?
Well, the first thing is, don't confront him head on. Put your hand out. Acknowledge his pain. Because just saying, I know you're in pain and I know you're grieving, how can I help you? What can I do to help you? How can I support you? I will do whatever you want me to do to help you through this time.
Do you think she should involve any other people in this?
Well, if it's a family, the whole family. Bringing the family together is very important. The siblings also need to be able to talk about their father. They need to remember all the good things that happened. If it's blame, she needs to talk about, well, this disease, it's something that nobody can control, and we've lost, the most important member of our family. But you know what? Look what he's created, us.
So would you recommend that maybe he should man up a little bit?
Gosh, absolutely not, no. This is someone who is very angry with himself and he doesn't like himself. He could be blaming himself, so there's a lot of anger in there. There's a lot of, what did I do wrong? So he's hating himself for it. He's taking on all the blame. So absolutely not. The last thing you should do is tell him to man up.
So what do you do about the drinking? Do you turn a blind eye to it?
No, you can't turn a blind eye to it. After all, he's 15, he's underage. That has to be addressed head on. That has to be, I know you're angry, I know you're grieving, I know that you are not in a good place. However, this is not something that you can do. You're 15, it's illegal, and actually it could kill you, because if he drinks too much and he gets alcoholic poisoning, it's very dangerous. So no, some boundaries has to be put in there about the drinking, definitely.
Sure. So is the way to handle this to actually, boost his confidence, tell him how great he is?
If you were feeling despondent and not good, and I said to you, gosh, you're great, you're so good at this and you're wonderful, how would you feel?
I'd probably ignore you, I think.
Why?
Because I'd hate myself so much that I wouldn't really believe you.
Absolutely. So no, it wouldn't be going anywhere with that. He would see straight through it. We all see straight through it, yeah? The thing is to acknowledge where he's at. The most important thing is to let him know he's in pain, to let him know that you understand he's blaming himself. Saying that it's not your fault, it's talking about how the illness came about, how nobody could control it, and that the way that he's dealing with his anger and his self-hate is destructive. You can say those things to him, but again, what you need to say is, I'm here. What can I do to help you? What do you want from me that can support you?
So is there one message that you can really take out of this situation?
Oh yes, there is. Remember, you're not alone. There is help out there, and there is something that you can do to support your child. If you click on the website, you'll find more information. Goodbye.
Goodbye.